Hey there, candle lovers! So it's been a minute since I've done any type of review video, and so today, since I have the day off, I figured I would give you a little bit of a treat, and we're going to talk about some of my favorite GooseCreek candles that I've ordered so far. I have about 37 GooseCreek candles in my collection and 12 more on the way, so by the end of the week I'm sure that I'll revise a little bit. But my first and ultimate favorite I received earlier in the week, and that's Chocolate Swirl Red. Now, Chocolate Swirl Red I've seen on the group. A few of you have said it has no throw whatsoever, and that was upon burning. And I must mention I have not burned this candle yet. So my impression is on cold smell, and I gotta tell you, this is so chocolatey, and I absolutely love chocolate. This reminds me of Sanders Hot Fudge. Really, really tasty, and it happens to be my number one favorite just on cold smell. So we'll see if I have to revise that. I will show you this, and I do not like it. If you take a look, this candle has a really ugly divot and some cracking. Now, I must say, I'm sorry, GooseCreek, but the quality control issue that you're having, you really need to get it together. Because I received a few candles where the wicks were kind of off to the side, they weren't centered correctly. That bothers me as well. Now, I have owned my own candle business in the past, and I'll tell you that the middle did not cool as fast as the sides and top did. Usually when this happens, you want to finish the top of the candle so it's nice and smooth and clean looking. And I'll tell you, with my own business, I would never sell this candle to anybody. So GooseCreek, I'm so sorry, but if you're listening, you need to get control of quality control. I do not like this. I don't think anyone else likes this either. But moving forward, Chocolate Swirl Red is my absolute favorite, and the reason being is because I love chocolate. This is so chocolatey, and like I said, haven't burned it, so it might change. Look out for the review on this one to see what my impressions are. Now, tied with the Chocolate Swirl Red is the Madagascar Black Satin Vanilla from the World Traveler Collection. This happens to be one of my favorites just because it takes a different take on vanilla. Now, when I think of vanilla, I think of my mother. She's passed, God rest her soul, but I gotta tell you, vanilla can be very, very boring. It reminds me of the 90s when my mom bought candles. That's pretty much the only thing that was on the market along with gardenia. So I'm really happy that GooseCreek took this vanilla and brought it to the 21st century. It has some great additions like patchouli, and so upon cold smell, it has a little bit of cologne to it and a little bit of spiciness. Now the patchouli is not like your grandfather, it's not like hippie-like, it's very clean. So I must mention the patchouli is very clean in this, and so if you're not a patchouli lover, don't go looking at the scent notes on GooseCreek and saying, well, I don't like patchouli, I'm not going to get it. This is a really nice balance. It's got that sweet vanilla. It's almost like vanilla bean. It's very dark. And so Black Satin Vanilla is the perfect name for this candle. Like I said, it's got that kind of mysterious dark note to it, a little bit of spice, and dark vanilla bean. This happens to be one of my favorites. And like I said, thank you, GooseCreek, for bringing vanilla into the 21st century. Definitely a treat. Moving on to my second place, because these two are tied over here. My second place is Belgium, also from the World Traveler Collection. Belgium brings a lot to the table, with no pun intended. Sweet Shop is buttery, it's nutty, and it's sweet. So if you like those types of scents, this one is for you. It reminds me of a Linzer cookie, and a few of you on the group have mentioned that there's like some raspberry to it, like something berry going on, and it's very, very slight. But GooseCreek does not indicate this on their website. When you look at the scent profile, they don't indicate raspberry or any type of berry. But I'm getting just a slight berry here. So like I said, Linzer cookie. If you don't know what that is, please look it up. And if you have never tried one, I would definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorite cookies. It does remind me a little bit of an English cookie. Like I said, it's got the Belgium sweet shop has a little bit of buttery. It has some toasted nut to it, and it's very like literally like you got crumpets sitting there. But it's really powerful. It really throws very well. I mean, very, very well. I would say a 10 out of a 10 with the throw. And it's really pleasant. If you're not a sweet person, this could turn you into a sweet person. So, once again, my second favorite Belgium sweet shop. My last and third favorite so far out of the 37 happens to be from the CakePop Collection. Now, the CakePop Collection, if I could say that correctly, has these kind of labels. They have a key lime cake pop that doesn't have this label. So just so you know, the CakePop Collection has, I think, 5 different scents to it. And so this one here, Butterscotch, is my third favorite. I burned this candle on Thursday, and I walked into my house last night after working very, very hard, very long day, and I thought somebody was burning one of my candles, but there was nobody home. And I could tell that it was this one right here. The butterscotch is so strong, it's so potent. It kind of reminds me of caramel, that deep, dark caramel smell, and I absolutely love caramel. But this is such a delight because it also brings a little bit of vanilla to it, like some vanilla frosting, or buttercream frosting, I should say, and a little bit of vanilla cake batter. It's got a really great balance. It's very straightforward, but it's got a really wonderful balance. It's super strong. It's super rich. It has a ever so slightly butteriness to it, but it's so delicious. And like I said, the throw on this one, it's got to be like a 12 out of 10. I mean, it's so crazy. It's, like I said, one of my favorites. I did turn somebody in the group onto this candle. They were questioning it, and I said, you gotta buy one. If not, buy a couple more as backups because it's that good. So far, out of these 4 candles, these are my favorites. The chocolate swirl bread, the black satin vanilla, the Belgium sweet shop, and lastly, the butterscotch cake pop. Now, what I want you guys to do is in the comments below, tell me what your favorite GooseCreek candles are. I don't need the whole list, but your top 3. Tell me why and how they are your favorites. What makes them your favorite? And also, I must mention, I'm running out of room for these wonderful GooseCreek candles, and I want to display them. So I want some ideas. So in the comments, tell me what your favorites are, and if you have any ideas or you want to show your collection, keep on commenting. Send me some photos. Hey, private message me. I want to try to get some ideas because, like I said, my collection is growing, and I got to have a really good spot for them. They're too pretty to not show the world and to show your company. So when my company comes over, they say, oh my God, you've got a lot of candles. And I said, yes, I do. And I always try to promote GooseCreek. So, but I will mention GooseCreek. I'm sorry about the chocolate swirl bread. Like I said, quality control. A few of you have had issues with quality control, and a few of you have had issues with having no scent at all, no throw at all. I don't know what you guys are doing over there at GooseCreek, but yeah, something to focus on, something to be aware about. And if you had any troubles with your candles as far as throw or the way that they are finished like this, you need to message them and just let them know. Kindly let them know that this is a problem so they can correct it, because I absolutely love these candles. And until next time, guys, I want you to stay safe and keep on burning these wonderful candles. Absolutely.